Start with an 80 by 64 canvas. Mouth animation is always in a 24 by 16 box near the bottom left corner of your portrait. There are 2 frames that animate over the base image, fully open and partially closed. The space above the mouth frames doesn't actually exist and should be ignored. Now draw your damn portrait. That's good. Click and drag in the area where your mouth is, making sure that everything is properly aligned. Copy it to both frames. If you need a proper reference for where your mouth is, make a new image later and draw on that, then move it to where it needs to be. Now, we have to crunch our portrait into its intended 128 by 32 resolution. This can be annoying, but Paint.net's default copy-paste positions are just right for lining up the image. Save it and open it in SNES GFX. Always count the number of colors. If it's over 16, you'll need to reduce that. FEGBA hackers tell you to use Ucenti, but I think that program sucks. So use IrfanView or Paint.net's color reduction tools instead. There is also a magic wand tool that most programs have, which will let you see where your stray colors are so you can paint bucket and fix them. Make sure your SNES GFX settings look like this. Unclick Remove Flip Tiles, do not arrange colors, have the format on 4BPP SNES, and the palette should default to the Super Mario World palette. Click Save, and it should put 2 files in the same directory your portrait is in. These are your palette and portrait graphic. Open your M3W in HXD or another hex editor of your choice. Cull everything after the first 16 bytes, as palettes that are longer than 16 bytes will overflow and mess up other palette data. Rename it to whatever extension you want. Doesn't matter, but I like to rename them to PAL. Drop your bin in the FE5 compressor, located in the Tools folder of the FE5 build files. If for whatever reason you don't have the build files, I'll link them in the description. Rename the extension, then drop both files into the Sprites folder. This is where all portraits are stored. Now you need to actually include them in the game. Open portraitsinstaller.asm. This looks intimidating, but you can figure out what portrait corresponds to which character by looking at portraittable.csv and characterdata.csv. Slap your file names in, then build table and ROM to see if it worked. You're done!